Well, this by any means is not a good YouTube video, but I'm trying to document a book which I've read recently. It kind of left a profound impact on me. I really wanted to talk about it, but I don't know how to do it on YouTube, especially because whenever I see videos of other people talking fluently, I don't feel threatened or anything lesser than them. But it just I feel I'm not really good at it. So till the point I become good at talking to camera, I'll talk to you people like this only. I recently read a book called Things a Little Bird Told Me by Bill Stone. It's a really interesting book. Before I picked up this book, I thought it's about a tech world because it's written by the person who is the co-founder of Twitter. And I myself, being a non-techie, I consider myself as a tech retard person who doesn't know much about technology except besides using the smartphone. If you call that thing, if you call that a techie person, then yes. So I picked up this book thinking that I would get bored, and I ended up learning five very important life lessons which I would like to share with you people. First one is being poor is no excuse to chasing your dreams. Yes, all of us might not have that money to sustain our life, to keep our families running, to pay all the bills, and on top of it, pursue our hobbies as our careers. Yes, in fact, quite a few people, lucky ones are the lucky ones have this option. But I won't consider myself very unlucky person just because I'm not able to do it. I am working on a full-time job. I'm pretty happy with what I do. I'm pretty happy with the way my life is making progress. But I don't give myself excuse that I'm not rich enough, so I'm not going to pursue my dreams. No, I am intelligent enough, and I will pursue my dreams, come what may. Even though I would be able to fulfill all of my wishes at a later point in life, but I would not give up on my dreams just because I'm poor. So always remember, being poor is no excuse to not chase your dream. Second one is your goals should always be bigger than your ego. And this one has profoundly impacted me because in my college days I was not really good at maths. I still am not good at maths. Okay, so in second year I wanted to score well overall in the examinations. For that I had to score good in maths as well in order to get an aggregate good percentage. Then I made a strategy that I would learn from my friends, a few of my friends who were doing mathematics honors and statistics honors. So I took the help. A few of them were juniors and two were seniors. So they would after our college is over, they would teach me for half an hour or so every day religiously. They helped me for one entire semester. In the end I ended up scoring well in maths. Okay, my score was 84, which I'm very proud of. I have never scored this high ever in my life. It's all because of my friends who helped me. Now, while I was taking the help, one of my seniors casually passed on this remark that, are you not ashamed of learning from a junior? Like, a junior is teaching you, she's in first year, you are in second year. So are you not feeling a little uncomfortable? I said, no, why would I feel uncomfortable? Knowledge can come from anywhere. She is helping me out, she is being nice to me, and it's okay. She came 1 year or 2 year later in this world to me. That doesn't mean that I know it better. I'm just a human being, and that's all. So my goal was to get good marks in maths, and I ended up doing that. Why did I tell you this story is, again, my goal was bigger than my ego, right? So whenever you are just doing anything, pursuing any of your goals in life, remember your goal should always be bigger than your ego. Third one is failures are experiences. There are no failures in life, only experiences. Whenever you fail, we fail on everyday basis. It's okay, but we don't count about those failures. We count about those failures at the end of a particular period when we get the result. For example, if you wish to study, if you wish to score well in your exams, then you need to get the success every day, as in you need to complete that syllabus, you need to score well in all those exams. What the point here is, you need to stack up success, you need to be successful in achieving your daily task instead of just crying over spilled milk one day when you get the result that, oh no, I'm not able to score well. And even if you're not able to score well after studying too much, it doesn't mean that you have failed in that particular subject. No, there are only experiences and no failures. Fourth one is, it's okay to not know where you are going in life. Yes, I am 30-year-old person, and believe me, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. I do have a full-time secure job, but that, apart from that, that's not my identity. I want to do something better in my life, but I still don't know what I want to do. And every day I try to explore one hobby or another. Maybe by the age of 35 or 40, I know what I'm good at, and then I can pursue it for the rest of my life. So if you don't know what you're doing right now, it's okay. Take a deep breath. And there are 10,000 people, or more than that, millions and billions of people who are not even bothered. They're just scrolling reels. So if you are thinking about what do you want to do in life, you're on a right path. Just don't lose the track in the process. Change directions, carve your own path, but keep on exploring. And the last one I have is from this book is, opportunities can be manufactured. It's not that you wanted to go for a particular job and you could not get through the interview. Now you're all sad. You're sitting at home. You don't have anything to do with your life. Fine, you go join one NGO and gain some experience. You might network over there. You might meet new people over there. You'll get some sort of experience while working. And meanwhile, you can keep on giving those interviews, and in those interviews you can talk about the NGO where you currently are and the profound impact you're making while working, even though it's a small one. But you're not sitting idle, you're working on it, you're working yourself. It's not that opportunities would be there everywhere. So sometimes you got to get up and manufacture opportunities for yourself. Plus, these are good times. We have technology, we have money in the economy. Everything is so positive, I feel, nowadays. Then I get up from the bed and think, wow, today's a good day to be alive, and I can achieve anything that I wish to. So manufacture your opportunity instead of ranting about the missed job interviews, less scores in your exams, or broken relationships. Create your opportunity and do well in life. Do things that you wish to do, make some art, and just be happy while living this life. Okay, that's all for today. And hopefully, maybe someday I can face the camera and talk to you people in a Shashi Thiru like way.